People join religion for convenience. It's so important for us to bring our African people out of Islam. It's a slave religion. Islam is the source of slavery. Bilal was a slave before the slave trade. It started before 400 years ago. If you read their Hadith and Quran, it's not for African people. If you breathe the right air and eat the right food, you will live to be 120 years. It's encoded in your DNA. The verse in the Bible, "My spirit shall not always strive with man, for his days shall be 120 years. They are really saying my spirit shall not always judge the forgetful one. Everyone has their own genetic code and zero-time reference, and Pops has to whisper your own name. Everyone's genetic code is different. Pops has to say things like stop eating sugar, cheese, blood meat, etc. Everything is not necessarily for you to stop eating. But, if you listen and adhere, your transformation would be easier. Everyone's chart is different. But, he has given us enough, so when we reach our calibration everyone can make it. You don't want to get to the transformation and can't make it because you didn't stop eating something. Bad food is working against it. You have water people, land people and water/land people. If you want to eat water foods, your body will dictate what's good for it. Within you are 30 personalities. You affect them, they don't affect you. It's what you do in your daily life that affects them, what you take and triggers them. If you give in to them, they become stronger, they don't affect you, you affect them. If you find yourself changing and it's not good or for the best. Anything that's unhealthy for you, it's unnatural to your nature, feeding the 30 not going into your personal nature. Someone may dress freely, it's not up to you to judge them and say it's wrong. If you look at the statues in ancient Egypt, they dress freely. The Heka Kasuit made you look at it like it was bad, and you look at it negative because you want to wear it. Someone may wear a tank top or short skirt, it's not up to you to judge. If we rid ourselves of that religious way of thinking, you grow as a people. So where does that word jealous come from? It came from in the Bible, the verse, I am a jealous God, you shall have no other gods before me. It's bred into us, even in Islam. If there's only one God, then there's no reason to be jealous. Think about what jealous does. Hate, he put enmity between your seed and the serpent's seed. He introduced you to killing, like when Abraham wanted to sacrifice his son. The 2 women and 1 baby, one woman agreed to cut the baby in half. Although you don't know it, it was bred into your DNA. Everything you see, feel, and hear is causing us to think like a jealous God. You need to breathe that out of you. If you have a relationship and you become jealous because the person cheats, before you consummate, sit down and learn everything about that person. If the man is a polygamist, you need to let them, the woman, know about it, then you fault her for not wanting to accept it. In polygamy, the first wife has to choose the second wife, because it's not about sex. Women can't expect the male to be attracted if you let yourself go, gluttony, etc. Keep yourself clean inside and out. We will be able to grow and accept each other for who we are, then we can live without dispute and negativity. Females, keep yourselves clean and keep yourselves up, like when he first met you, so he don't look at others. We don't know who we are gods. Remember, elders eat first, then the children, then the women, then the real men. Real men are men who takes care of his responsibilities, his family, and not sit on the couch while the wife is working. If you can't afford yourself, then you don't eat. We must follow these ways, that way we have no problems. These are rules of our community. Parents, if you are not an example for your children, learn to work on yourselves, educate them. You can't preach it, and not walk it, you can't give them that leverage. Gods are in control, mortals are not. It's fun not to be intoxicated, let them know it's okay to be in nature, choose the God mind. Tones are in the air, example, people may laugh to keep the attention off themselves so people don't see their flaws, they always laugh the loudest. With our language, the magic is in the symbols. Beings are attracted to different symbols. In the cartouche, each symbol has 3 different levels, 3D. For example, the wheat basket, those colors red and blue, what does the red represent? What does the blue represent? Some say purple, but only when they are mixed together. They are separate colors, autumn and a moon, gold is Yaa-Nun. Only the Hanatu or the high priest knows the symbolism of what they mean, because it has power and depth of our language, and you must understand the language for the tones. Example, how do you know that Ninkursag and Sakamtet are the same being? You know they are the same, look at the hieroglyphic and you will see the cobra represents the female Ogdods. You will see the seed and the symbol for the placenta, and what she was responsible for. Ninti or Ninkursag, you can see what she was responsible for in her life. Ancient Egyptians knew she was going to be responsible for creation. They built her name upon what she was responsible for. If by chance you will be able to go to Egypt and read the hieroglyphic walls on the pyramids, you won't be lost. Crop circles are not us, they are for the Pleiadians, they are looking for their own. They came from another planet. There was only one crop circle we did, and that was the beetle, scarab. We were only testing it as an experiment. You really don't see in 3D, you see in 2D. When you see an object, when you first see it, it goes into the brain and turns upside down, flips up, and then you see it. When it goes in the brain, how do you know? It's doing something in here, the brain. Who's looking at the picture? It's you looking at the picture, it's the you inside of you, and that you had to look at the picture. You are really multidimensional. We come from a multiverse, not a universe. 3D is a trick and optical illusion. You never really see anything, only what your mind wants you to see. It's called the second train of thought. You take a picture, you focus on it, it is really small pixels and you can see through it, nothing is really solid. In the womb there is a pulsation, each creature pulsates at different rates. When you like a song and you play it over and over and over again, that is because that sound vibrates on your natural vibration. Caucasus people have a 3-4 vibration and do the waltz, they can't go to 4-4, that's a hole. Africans, we have boom ta, we have that vibration. Every race vibrates differently, because of the neurons in the brain. Once you learn rhythm, that's true love at first sight. The mind works in 9 stages of memory. Due to image association, when you were a child something might happen drastically and you will always remember it, and it's always the bad, you have a hard time remembering the good. You have to train yourself because it feeds the forces, destroys families, homes and friendships. We have to heal as a nation and community. We need to come together stronger in our homes and communities. Don't enter the pleasure palace seeking sex, find pleasure in reading the actual facts. Tones have colors, for example, watermelon is a tone. When you think of it, what comes to mind, red or green? If you think red, you are thinking of eating it. Green, you are actually thinking about it. Another example, the word heart, you think red, but the heart isn't red, it's a pinkish color. Your body is on a grid, you will be placed on a grid, and what you did in your life, it changes according to what you did, like fall and cut yourself. The lines don't touch. They have flaws, they are our blessings, that's to our advantage, that's a way for us to get up out of here. That's how you can bend time, it happens to us all the time. For example, if you are going to work and you have to be at work in 5 minutes, and you left home with 15 minutes to get there, and you made it to work on time, you just bent time. Black leaders want to appear to be pro-black for the black people in the struggle, but when it gets to people who want to help African people like Pa Munzel, they back away. When people come to them wanting to help Africa, how black are they really? If they are on TV and being pushed, they are working for the Heka Kasut, not us. Make them show and prove. It is not racism, it's a choice. I don't hate lions, but I'm not going to get in a cage with them. Like the Heka Kasut, we know their nature is to hang and kill us, so we stay away from them. White supremacy is gone, how else are you going to have an African American president? So white supremacy is an illusion. Timothy McVeigh, Irish, are all Irish bad? Jim Jones, a Christian, are all Christians bad? Just because someone is a Muslim, it doesn't mean all Muslims are bad. David Koresh in Waco, do they group all Christians or only group him? It's always a double standard. When a black man commits a crime, you know he's black, but when white does something, they don't say white. Everyone wants a most high, Pa not Sturu opens the gateway to all of them. They want the most high but not the fact. The subconscious mind responds to what you are really saying. For example, I love Beyonce, said flat, clearly does not love Beyonce. My words are saying it but my mind is saying something else, as indicated by my tone. When you are talking, the subconscious reads what's really in your heart and in your tones, that will free the master teacher. You can only determine existence from the point of existence. How do you know you exist if you are in the process of existing? Because you are not a complete being, you are still growing. For instance, when pregnant, she's with child, and she knows that the baby exists in her womb. Now she asked him, he does not know, it could be a tumor, only the female carrying the baby would know the existence of the child. Where do you think belief was created? The man. It originated with the man. That's where religion was created, because he never knew. He never experienced childbirth, never carried a child. The woman is the first to know about life. If you are a Muslim, do you believe in Allah? Of course. Have you ever met Jesus or Allah? It all stems from belief. To make you believe in something. Math is a trick, take the number 9. If you say 9 plus 9 equals 18, or 2 times 9 equals 18, any multiple of 9 equals 9. That's how we were supposed to learn math. 9 plus 9 equals 18 plus 9 equals 27, 2 plus 7 equals 9. We know the magic power of the number 9, because you can take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and come up with the number 9. See how quickly it comes, that's how it is supposed to come. They teach our children and they taught us in reverse order. Here we are we here? No, only you are here. Religion you can't confirm, we should stop reacting and just act. Reacting lowers our vibration. We need to act on our own and be originators, that's what we need to do. Everything you watch on TV from the time you turn it on until you turn it off is staged, please know that. It's something they want you to see. The pixels are light, energy, combined with sound, affects your very being. Light in Freemasonry and Shrinedom is symbolic of knowledge, which is not to be mistaken with the fire or torchbearer, Lucifer, known in the Bible book of Isaiah 14:12 as Hallel, meaning light or torchbearer, shining one, morning star. Isaiah 14:12, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? 2 Corinthians 11:14 calls Lucifer or Satan an angel of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. The Greek word for light used in this quote is phos, meaning force, light, fire, because it is light and sheds light, a star, a lamp or torch. The Israelites used to worship a star called Remphan, their blazing star of David, Acts 7:43. Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch, and the star of your, Theos, Elohim, God Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. Fire is light. If you look again at the Greek word for light phos, force, you will see it means light, fire, because it is light and sheds light, a star, a lamp or torch. So Lucifer, a cherubim, was an angel of the amber light, a dim light, but a power force of evil, for he was created from fire of a scorching wind, called Nar Samuel, poisonous fire, wind. The noble Quran 15:27, and the race of evil demons we created from before, Adam and Eve, from the soul that is a poisonous fire, Nar Samun. Whereas the light of the seraphims was the emerald green as the light of Melchizedek, Genesis 14:18, who is called Nabi Kidir, Nabi being each prophet of pure light, and Kidir being green, or the green one. Genesis 14:18, and Melchizedek king of Salem brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. So the angelic beings, whether they were good or bad, were beings of light, as symbolic stars. The Elohim were called angels in Psalms 8:5, good Elohim and evil Elohim. The good angels were under Michael, and the evil demon angels were under Azazel or Samael, the devil. Psalms 8:5, for thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. There are both good angels and bad angels according to the book of Revelation chapter 12. There are spiritual and physical angels, Luke 1:28-35. The Bible refers to them as stars, aster, meaning stars in the Bible, book of Revelation 22:16, where it mentions the fallen angelic beings as the third part of the stars of heaven. You also find in the Old Testament, Bible book of Job 38:7, the morning stars, Kaukab, sang together. Jesus Christ was also called a bright, lampros, and morning, or threenos, star, aster, in the Bible, book of Revelation 22:16, a person of light or knowledge, for he was in the highest order by the angel Gabriel, who was known to the angels as the Holy One or the Holy Spirit. He was in the order of Melchizedek, the ruler of Salem, peace, the true king of Muslims, the peacemakers and al-Islam, as found in the Bible book of Hebrews 6:20. The Arabic word for king, which is Malik, and the Hebrew word for king, which is Malayak, have the same root as MLK. From MLK you get Mim, Lam, Kaf, in Arabic, and Mim, Lerna, Kuf, in Hebrew, the exact same root as angels. Hebrews 6:20, whither the forerunner is for us entered, even Jesus, made an high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. This is the highest order of right knowledge, right wisdom, and the right overstanding which Abraham was also initiated into in Genesis 14:18. And Melchizedek king of Salem brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. And King David in Psalms 110:4. As well as great humans called stars, as in movie stars. And all the Maluk kings of Israel were anointed Mashiach, Messiahs. Psalms 110:4, the Lord hath sworn, and will not repent, thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Melchizedek, referred to in the Hebrew language as Melchisedek, meaning my king or angel, is Sedek, just or righteous, or any just angel, and Greek as Melchizedek, meaning king of righteousness, is known as king of Salem, peace, or the holy Jerusalem, Revelation 21:10. In Genesis 14:18, Melchizedek was also called Malachi or Michael, meaning my angel, or Michael, meaning, who dares to be like Eli, Daniel 10:21, 12:1, Jude 1:9, and Revelation 12:7. Malachi 4:2, But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth, and grow up as calves of the stall. All of them were after the order of Melchizedek. Yet, Melchizedek was a priest of the Most High Elyon. Melchizedek is the head of all the angels, Daniel 7:9. He was a throne watcher as stated in Daniel 4:17, and in Daniel 4:13 it tells you that the watchers and the holy ones comes down to earth. The seraphim were the holy and the cherubim were the guardians, Genesis 3:24. Melchizedek was a Kahan, priest of Elyon El, who is the highest of all the Elis. So listen to him who is the highest of those who watch over us, him who watches your throne. Give them back everything that's theirs, then you will be truly free.